November 2004. Two Navy fighter pilots off San Diego are sent to intercept something. What they described, a smooth white object, moving like nothing they knew, would stay buried for years. The pilots were commanders, not cranks, flying F-18s off the carrier Nimitz, and their carrier group had tracked odd returns for days. Their gun camera film went into the system. The system, back then, had no place to put it. This is not a story about aliens. It's a story about paperwork, and it's stranger. Because over 20 years, unidentified objects went from taboo to United States law. Start with the footage you're watching right now. It's real, and it's official. 3 clips, FLIR, gimbal, go fast, shot by Navy air crews through infrared targeting cameras. For the record, UAP means Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena, the acronym that lets serious people finally discuss it. The first clip comes from the 2004 Nimitz encounter. The other two, from Roosevelt Cruise in 2015. Those 2015 encounters came with a chilling detail. Pilots reported the objects almost daily, loitering in training airspace. One near miss was serious enough that a crew filed an official aviation safety report. Pilots described no wings, no exhaust, an acceleration that made no sense. Described their word on the record. For years the clips leaked, circulated, and were dismissed as internet noise. Then, December 2017. The New York Times revealed the Pentagon had quietly funded a UFO program all along. It had a name, ADIP, a modest budget, and contractors with a Nevada address. The budget was $22 million, pocket change in defense terms, headline gold in public ones. The story did something lawyers noticed immediately. It turned rumors into records requests. In 2019, the Navy confirmed on the record that the objects in the clips were officially unidentified. And in April 2020, the Department of Defense released all 3 videos itself. Authenticated. Declassified. That release is why this channel can legally show them to you right now. It wasn't an admission of aliens. It was an admission that the videos were genuine federal records. Chain of custody matters here the way it does in court. These files never left government hands. And genuine federal records, in America, come with legal machinery attached. Skeptics offered candidates for each clip, too. Camera artifacts, glare, distant jets. The debate continues. The records remain. Machinery like this. In 2020, the Senate quietly ordered an unclassified UAP report. The order wrote inside the intelligence budget, a sticky note that must, by law, be obeyed. The intelligence community had 180 days to tell Congress and the public what it knew. Deadlines are the legislature's favorite weapon. Miss one, and oversight hearings follow. The answer landed in June 2021, and it was stunning in its honesty. 144 military reports examined. Explained with high confidence, exactly 1. A deflating balloon. 143 question marks. In an official government document. Know what it did not say? Not aliens. It said, we don't know, and not knowing is itself a problem. Some were probably drones. Some, airborne clutter. Some resisted every category the analysts had. Unknown objects in military airspace are a flight safety issue and an intelligence gap, whatever they turn out to be. Congress had seen this movie with drones over air bases. Unknowns you ignore become gaps somebody exploits. In 2019, unidentified drones had swarmed Navy destroyers off California for nights on end. Nobody wanted a repeat blind spot. That reframing, from little green men to national security, is what changed the law's trajectory. In May 2022, Congress held its first public UAP hearing in half a century. That same year, the Pentagon stood up a permanent office, ARO, with a mandate covering air, sea, and space. Military pilots got standardized reporting channels, one destination for the data, and protection for using them. Whistleblower protections followed, written specifically for UAP disclosures to Congress. Pilots compare it to aviation's near-miss databases. Report everything, stigmatize nothing, learn statistically. Reports have since grown past 1,000. Analysis resolves most into balloons and drones. A stubborn residue remains, and updates now arrive annually, not because anyone promised, but because the statute requires it. The annual reports read like weather summaries for the unexplained, which is precisely the point. Data collection is ideology neutral. Then 2023 turned the volume up. A packed House hearing heard 3 witnesses under oath, 2 former Navy pilots, and a former intelligence officer. The officer testified about secret crash retrieval programs. His claims remain unverified and hotly contested. The Pentagon says it found no supporting evidence. Under oath still matters, though lying to Congress is a felony. Claims like that are exactly why disclosure law exists. To replace dueling assertions with files, enter the UAP Disclosure Act, modeled, no joke, on the JFK assassination records law. The JFK Act worked. Millions of pages public, on a schedule, with courts available when agencies balk. Under the new act, government UAP records flow to the National Archives, presumed public unless proven dangerous. Agencies must locate their records and hand them over. Inaction is now the violation. The original bill went further. An independent review board, and government power to seize recovered craft. Yes, eminent domain, for objects of unknown origin. A lawyer wrote that sentence, and I salute them. Committee lawyers reportedly fought over that clause for months before it fell. Those bold parts died in negotiation. What passed in December 2023 was the archive and the vocabulary. Because tucked into the definitions, federal law now describes non-human intelligence. In writing, it sits beside terms like temporarily non-attributed objects, bureaucratic poetry at its finest. Even NASA joined the era, commissioning an independent UAP study and naming a research director. Its conclusion rhymed with everyone else's: better sensors, better data, less stigma. Its report even scolded the stigma itself. Ridicule, it warned, suppresses exactly the data science needs. So what does the law of the United States actually say about all this? Let's be precise, it's the whole point. It does not say aliens exist. No statute does. In 2024, the Pentagon's historical review went further. No verified secret program, no recovered craft, no hidden beings. Skeptics called that a whitewash. Believers called it a cover-up. The report called itself findings to date. What the law does say: reports must be collected, records must be archived, and secrecy must justify itself. The presumption can be overridden, but case by case, with reasons subject to review. Not by habit, disclosure by default. That's a legal revolution, even if every last object turns out to be a balloon. Historians will note the irony. The same Congress that once mocked saucer stories built the saucer archive. It mirrors how democracies handle every hard secret. Nuclear archives, assassination files, surveillance programs. Remember the 2023 shootdowns? 3 objects destroyed, all likely mundane. Even mundane now gets due process in the files. And the definitions? Lawyers define terms before they need them. It costs nothing and covers everything. Insurance policies define acts of God. Defense law now defines the unknown. Same instinct. If the strangest explanation ever proved true, the paperwork is already drafted. If it never does, we still got pilot safety, cleaner records, and fewer reflexive secrets. That's a win either way. 20 years ago, 2 pilots saw something they couldn't explain, and the system's answer was silence. Today the answer is a form, a database, an office, and an archive with your name on the request line. None of it required believing anything. It required filing. That's the quiet lesson of the UAP files. Mystery shrinks wherever records grow. The truth may be out there. The filings are definitely in Maryland. College Park, to be exact. Reading room hours apply, even to mysteries. And when the next video surfaces, read the statute before the comment section. Follow Space Docket.